Let's start over. Start over.
या इधर आ जा, इधर आ जा। सेटिंग भी नहीं लगा। अरे जबरदस्त आजा
Good afternoon, everyone. We are starting with the valedictory ceremony. I, Dr. Sitanya Shetty, on behalf of ABD, Triple IT employers, extend a warm welcome to all the esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty members, invited guests, participants, and students to the valedictory ceremony of 4th Atal Research Innovation Conclave ARIC 2025. Over the past 2 days, ARIC 25 has witnessed remarkable innovation, inspiring talks, thought-provoking discussions, highly competitive events, and enthusiastic participation across diverse domains. Today, we gather to celebrate the achievements of our participants and conclude this inspiring 2-day journey. To begin with the ceremony, I request Professor Rajendra Sahu sir, coordinator of ARIC 2025, to kindly present bouquet as a gesture of respect to our distinguished dignitaries and guests.
नहीं तो कौन किसको दिया पता नहीं चलता। आप मेरे को दीजिए देखिए कौन किसको दे रहा है पता नहीं। जो ले रहा है फ्रेम में पता नहीं जो ले रहा है वो देखिए इट इज डबल एडवांटेज ऐसा लेना चाहिए। तो लगे कि दोनों को लगता है दोनों सिस्टम आइटम सिस्टम इज की जिसको दिया इट विल टेक लाइक दिस कुछ तो सीख मिल जाते हैं। थैंक यू।
I request Dr. Manoj Das, co-coordinator of ARIC 25, to kindly present bouquet to faculty and staff members.
हो गया नहीं वाले बना है तो वहाँ पे तो पास कर दो। नॉट मनोज दैट पास करवाई करना है। इट इज फ्रॉम आवर कैंपस।
माली बनाया ये हाँ नहीं होगा, इसलिए हम अपने यहाँ
आ गया उधर क्या गया
It is now my privilege to invite our esteemed guest of honor, Professor Manoj Chaudhary, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks to the director, Professor S.N. Singh, for inviting me to Gwalior and to Atal Bihari Vajpayee IIIT headquarters. I'm sure last 2 days would have been very good. I attended the inaugural session and now in this session, but looking at the large participation from students, I can definitely assume that the sessions must have been very interesting. The kind of poster presentations that you have put on, some of them I just share it with. So firstly, congratulations to all of you that you have organized Atal Research and Incubation Conclave. Very, very important journey for our innovation. I'm not sure what I should be speaking, so something I would like to briefly talk about what all is happening in our country, and therefore what our role is in it. As we all know, maybe many things you all know, but sometimes when we introspect, we have to find out what is our role. We all know very well that India today is growing very rapidly. We all hear we shall be soon the third largest economy in the world. We all know that 140 crore people of India and led by our Honorable Prime Minister, we have already set a vision to be a developed country, Viksit Bharat by 2047. If you quickly look around and see in all these things, what is the most fundamental thing? If you look at world number one economy, US, close to $30 trillion economy, we are currently close to 4 trillion. That means the gap between number one and us is very huge. If you look at China, the world number two economy, maybe around 20 trillion. Again, the gap is very huge. Even if we become world number three, we will be a distant number three. That is the first point. The second point that we have to think, why did US and China grew and became the economy size that they are today? One of the very simple things that we can use to understand, because we are all in a technology institute, and if we just look at technology. Today we say that we are in the 21st century, 25 years, that is a quarter of the century has passed. We are surrounded by almost everything that is made in the 21st century. If you look in social media, whether you do WhatsApp, whether you do Facebook, you do Twitter, whatever you do is a product made in the 21st century. If you use Netflix or you use YouTube for any video streaming that you do today, a product made in 21st century. If you do a Uber or a Ola for a ride sharing, it is a 21st century. If you look at e-commerce, whether you do Amazon or whatever, 21st century. If you talk about
AI, of course, is 21st century. Therefore, it is very safe to say that today we are surrounded by products that are made in 21st century. I mentioned names of many companies. You can include Google, Apple, almost everything into that. Except Google, 1997, almost every company that made these products that I talked about, which we are surrounded by, which we cannot live without, which are now essential for our daily life. All companies that made these products are also born in 21st century. The point I am trying to highlight is the rate of technology development in 21st century has intensified significantly. Even more, the rate of technology deployment in the 21st century has accelerated even further. You look at ChatGPT, comes 2 years back, today everybody talks about that. And the rate of technology development is such that today NVIDIA, the leading AI company, has a market cap of $5 trillion US. Just to give a context, India's current GDP is $4 trillion US. I'm not comparing GDP and market cap. But there is a reason. I talked about so many companies and so many products. And if you just reflect back and think about source of the country where those companies are or where those products are born, you will all know that almost everything is in US. And that is why US is world number one economy. A company that has invested greatly into technology, the country that enabled and empowered technology-oriented development to happen is actually the world number. Today you can think NVIDIA 5 trillion, Apple 3 trillion, Microsoft, any company that you list is located in US, and that is why US is world number one economy. China, on the other side, not only invested greatly into manufacturing, we all know about their manufacturing, but they also have invested significantly into technology. One big incident that happened this year in the beginning, around 26th or 27th of January, actually shook the entire technology world. A new entrant called DeepSeek entered and told that they can do whatever NVIDIA is doing at a fraction of cost, at a fraction of the energy efficiency, and it changed the entire AI world. To such an extent that NVIDIA's market share fell in one day. In one day, the market share of NVIDIA, which is the world number one in AI, just because of one announcement by DeepSeek from China that it can do whatever NVIDIA is doing at a fraction of cost, the market NVIDIA share fell by $600 billion. That $600 billion, to give you a perspective, India's foreign exchange reserve is today around $695 billion. That is the extent that a new technology or a new player in the technology domain can do. Therefore, if India were to quickly evolve from a 4 trillion market to 35 trillion to become Viksit Bharat, needless to say, there is a great role of technology-enabled development, and that is where our roles become very important. Why it is so? It is so because if you look in our current GDP, around 19% contribution is from agriculture sector, but 43% of our youth are working in the agriculture sector, and that is why we have to have great reforms in the agriculture sector using technology, so that the contribution in GDP can be more. If 43% people contribute 17 or 19% of GDP, that means there is an issue. If today we are focusing on manufacturing sector because contribution of manufacturing sector in country GDP is hardly 16%. Where are the new jobs likely to come from? If in last 8 years, our electronic export has grown by 8 times, if we have now become the third largest electronic export nation today. So there is a big change that has happened. If today defense manufacturing we are having 1,30,000 crore defense production in the country. We have exported more than 30,000 crore. Operation Sindhu sold us. We were successful because we could have integrated S-400 air defense system. We could also have BrahMos missile. So the focus of Make in India has significantly delivered returns. Now from 4 trillion today to 35 trillion, in 2047, there is a great wave of technology that is in research. If today we are talking about 160,000 startups with more than 180 unicorns, that is the result of our youth taking calculated risk and converting knowledge into wealth. We always are in academia and converting knowledge into wealth. We always are in academia, we talk about that we need funding, we want money to be able to pursue research. But it is not only one way. We need money to do research, agree. But that research should also yield into creating wealth. And that is the role of incubation, that your knowledge has to convert to wealth. And that wealth must be invested to pursue further R&D. Therefore, if our research work is not leading to generation of wealth, to economic advantage, technological advances, of course, contribution to humanity, of course, but we have to ensure that our R&D work outcome also leads to economic gains for the country. That can happen through incubation, that can happen through innovation, that can happen through your startups, that can happen through your technology transfer and so many things. Therefore, the role of students, role of academics is not merely to teach and learn. And not only to create new knowledge, but also to think how that knowledge will be valued, how that knowledge can make economic advantage. This is an important role and paradigm for all of us. And I think we have to focus on that aspect. Today, when we are talking about research, I would like to focus only on 5 things and then end my talk. I believe that any research need to focus on 5 P. 5 P. The first P is purpose. And I again highlight this is the most important aspect. The first P, purpose. For what purpose? For whom are you doing this research? Who needs it? Is there anybody who is waiting for your result? That if you don't deliver results, their world will fall apart. If nobody is waiting for your result, then you have to really worry what you are doing research for. Therefore, purpose, you have to define what is the purpose for your research. That is the first P. The second P, of course, process. How do we do? Third P, very important, people, because without people, there is no work. Fourth P is partnership. Today, we are living in an interdependent world. We are living in interdependent world. That means there is nothing that we can do alone by ourselves. If today Apple is making a phone which is greatly selling, for its displays it is dependent on competitors. I am using the word competitors in the phone market. Maybe Samsung, maybe LG and others. For memory, it is dependent on SK Hynix or Samsung. I am just giving some example because the leaders, 2 leaders in the memory market are Samsung, SK Hynix, and third maybe Micron. Therefore, today is a world of cooperative competition. You cannot forever compete and make an enemy. So, in an interdependent world, there is only one way to succeed, and that is to create collaborative partnership built on trust and friendship. I have interviewed students who entered industry because I worked in industry for 21 years. And I can tell that students who are coming out from universities, IITs are all great. I went to hire many IITs year after year. And many people ask me, what do you look for when you hire? We look for only 3 things. And the order is very clear. First, attitude. Second, adaptability. Third, ability. In our universities, we only focus mostly on ability. But without attitude and adaptability, you cannot succeed in life. And it is absolutely important. Whether it is armed forces, whether it is corporate sector, whether it is academics, attitude defines everything. For a new institute like IIIT, an attitude is something like you have facilities, but you are in the process to build more. So it is the attitude, whether you can sit back and say things are not there, therefore I cannot do, or an attitude that because it is a journey I am part of, and therefore I will ensure that I become part of the solution, not only raising a problem statement. So I would like to end my talk by just remembering a quotation from Roosevelt and also one by Tagore. And just talking an idea. First quotation by Roosevelt is, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is rather an assessment that something else is more important than the fear. So when you go into unknown, of course there are challenges, but you have to enter that unknown. And second, I conclude by quoting Rabindranath Tagore, cannot cross the sea by merely standing and staring at water. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for the insightful and encouraging words. I would like to invite our chief guest, Professor Rajiv Tripathi, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Rajiv Gandhi Pradyogiki Vishwavidyalaya, Bhopal, to kindly address the gathering.
Honorable Director of this institute, guest of honor, Professor Manoj Chaudhary, who has given very inspiring, valedictory address with different data and showing the challenge and path to you. My distinguished other faculty colleagues, including Professor Sahu, whom I know since very long, how many decades, I don't know. 2-3 decades since the start of this institution. I'm fortunate to be associated with this institute. Valedictory session, a lot of input has been given by previous speaker, and for the last 1.5 days, we have gone through different kinds of brainstorming. Couple of things I'll just extend from whatever Professor Chaudhary has just now said, that only 2-3 things I will be talking, because I know it's a valedictory session and everybody is looking to move away from this. First thing is that challenges. Yes, challenges will be there, and not only in your profession, not only in your passion, but everywhere. If you are going for a startup, if you are going for innovation, everywhere challenges are there. One simple thing is that if you start enjoying the challenges with positive mindset, I can guarantee that success is bound to follow. So don't be afraid of the challenges. Take up the challenges, work on that, and you have been trained and you have been given different kinds of inputs, because you are a fortunate generation, because the country's ecosystem is such that you can do whatever you want to do. Number two, from the startup point of view, you need to be sensitive about the issues. Issues may be very small issues. You need to be sensitive about your surroundings, around your society, and of course, the big initiatives as well. Because if you are sensitive, you pick up the small issues which contributes to the larger section of the society. That is your very important input or important contribution to society and mankind in general. Then you must have had 1.5 days with good brainstorming session, etc., and must have got ideas. And if you follow these 2-3 things, definitely you will be a successful person. I extend my good wishes To all of you, thank you, Jai.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring message. Now I request Honorable Director Professor S.N. Singh, sir, to kindly present memento to our chief guest, Professor Rajiv Tripathi, sir. And the guest of honor, Professor Manoj Chaudhary, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Honorable Director Professor S.N. Singh, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Good afternoon to all of you. I think either you are sleeping or you didn't have good food. Good afternoon. Right. So I was thinking, even though my previous speakers, those were talking, there are some murmuring sounds were coming from the behind. I thought this would be two reasons. Because normally after eating, people sleep. So you are not, you are supposed to sleep right now. You have to sleep. Or there's a problem in the food that is asking to murmur. Anyway, so it is the chief guest, Professor Rajiv Tripathi. Right now he is the Vice Chancellor of the Cluster, RGPD Bhopal. Before that he was Director, MNIT Allahabad Prayagraj. And he is very close to me. In the various committees here and there we were moving, and also I was visiting so often to as a Senate member of that MNIT Prayagraj. The guest of honor, Professor Manoj Chaudhary ji, he did PhD from IT Kanpur, almost same time when I was doing PhD, but we could not recognize your face because his area is different, my area is different. But before joining the Gati Shakti University Vice Chancellor, he was in IT Jodhpur, and also before that already he said he was in 21 in the industry. Other my faculty colleagues, deans, student of this institute and outside the institute. Since the valedictory session is the end and everyone one is excited to go back home or to relax because tomorrow is Sunday for the PhD and other students as well. Faculty members, Saturday they are coming already, they are also tired for last, not only these 2 days, but before I think 2 months they are preparing this and that. So the valedictory session is not to give more talks. Already my two previous speakers, they talked. Here, I think you are excited to know the outcome of the various awards they have announced that will be presented here. And also we move ahead. That's again coming back after 1 year. We should have another version of ARIC. Already I said in the beginning, we have added various different IAMs for this ethic. So we are keep on changing. That's why I keep on changing the coordinators so that they can give their ideas. Even though organizing an event is also an idea. It is not give the same person, even though same food once we take it home, always we fit away the same chal. You will go outside, that we go for outside for the different type of foods, etc. So I keep on circulating so that the different ideas can be better and better ideas can be added. And this year we have added from outside the first time. Earlier the first to third, it was only internal. We also added some more eminent personality. That's 12 people were there for our academic audit as well. And they give the feedback to the department. So most of the today, these two committees were working together almost in the departments, and also they were writing the report. The purpose of all this exercise to see first they were judging us. Some report they are given, again it will be given back to the departments to reply those what their observations or their remarks. But at the same time, always we have to assess ourselves
to improve upon. Always there is a practice, even one student, a small student will go to school, and suppose parent is saying this is whether sun is coming from west or east, he will never trust the parents. If even the teacher says yes, it is coming from west, he will agree. So that's why here the outside the people, once they say we accept and acceptability is more, already the three parameters set by this one of the guests, that's adaptability, ability, and what was the third one? Attitude. Attitude is very important nowadays in the personality. Because now this end, I can say the future is yours. Because once we talked about the already talked 2047, at that time we may be there, we may not be there. You will be at your peak at that time. So this country needs your valuable contribution in all the areas where you can contribute. I'm not saying only the engineers can contribute this whole country, but all the areas, like industry, even the what mind for the different parts, management, everything now AI and data science is already going on. So that will be leading to the country at the greater height. To have the country at a greater height, each and individual components of the country should rise. And academic institutions are the one. They must provide the base. They must provide the training. They must provide the talent and the knowledge acquisition and the generation are also the part of that. So that utilizing this, you can take and sell through and you will be a successful person. Always I say the successful citizen of our country is more important than successful. Suppose you are earning the money by thief, it is not successful. You have to have earning rather than steal. So the earning by your work, your potential, your hard work, your sincerity, that will give you more and more satisfaction. The person should be happy. If it is not satisfied, he cannot be happy at all. So we should all work in unison and work together. And sometimes here you can see already getting that awards. Some people got, some people didn't get. Don't be depressed. You see, only one person will be winning. But you have to investigate and review that what was the fault, where you missed, you can improve upon. Always I say, a person once he becomes unsuccessful, he learns more than a successful person. Always I say, a person once he becomes unsuccessful, he learns more than a successful person. So you should learn, and once you are learning, I'm sure you can rise in the area. So I'll not take much time. We'll meet again the next year. But I'd say go with the cheer, go with the enthusiasm, whether you are getting any award or not. But I'm sure in these 2 days you have certainly learned. Even though not, suppose some technology people are talking, you didn't learn. Forget about it. At least you have to learn the name. At least you have seen how they are speaking. That nobody is understand. That is also a learning. Suppose that here I am speaking, you are not getting anything. That is also a learning phase. You should not come here and speak same, like I said. So there is no end of learning. Till a person born, from the till he ends, always, every day, every moment is a learning phase, whether you notice or not. So that's the life, and that is a living life. So everyone basically start with a certain here. I'll start with a certain here. I'll also quote and then I'll stop. If you feel pain, you are alive. If you feel others' pain, you are a good human being. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating and inspiring address. We now proceed to one of the most awaited segments of ARIC 2025, the prize and certificate distribution ceremony. Of ARIC 25 to kindly do the honors.
Very good afternoon to one and all. I request Honorable Chief Guest of
of honor, Honorable Director Sir, the coordinator of ARIC 2025, Dr. Rajan Sahu Sir, Dr. Manoj Das Sir, Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Director Sir. In total, there were 10 competitions. 9 competitions were held on 14th November, that is yesterday, and one competition, that is PhD poster presentation, held today. So in PhD, we are giving the prizes in two categories: the students who have completed 3.5 years, and the students who have not completed those 3.5 years. That means their registration is less than 3.5 years. So starting with the competitions held yesterday on 14th November, we are starting with the first competition, that is business plan competition. There are nearly 27 teams who have participated in this business plan competition. Coming to the winners, on the third stage, we have a this particular prize comprises of a memento along with a cash prize of 4,000 rupees. Coming to the business plan again, for the second position, we have Laskin from IIT Dhanbad. Towards the second prize, the memento with a cash prize of 6,000 rupees. For the first position, we have Team Rudraksh. From Odisha Technical University. With a cash prize of 8,000 rupees. Coming to idea demonstration, the third prize goes to Sahaj Preet Singh from Armetic Gwalior. So that's a trophy with a cash prize of 4,000 rupees. In the idea demonstration category, on the second position, we have Moss Pay. The second prize is a cash prize of 6,000 rupees.
For idea demonstration, the first position goes to Aapka Sathi. We have secured the first position in idea demonstration. Trophy with a cash prize.
Yes.
Coming to the third competition, case study. On the third place, we have the team from CET Akola. For the second position, it is Dilpreet Kaur from Sri Ram College of Commerce, Delhi University. Then for the first position in case history, it goes to Kuldeep Singh from GLA University. Kuldeep is there. Moving to science exhibition by the school students. The third prize goes to the water conservation project by ARIC Public School. The second prize goes to the Eco Inverters, Delhi Public Academy. And the first prize goes to the Smart Fuel Station, the Albag Educational Institute, David Intermediate College, Agra. Coming to the startup exhibition, the third prize goes to Sumiti Gupta, Miro Lab. Coming to the startup exhibition, the third prize goes to Sumiti Gupta, Miro Lab. Second prize goes to Vijay Thakur from Anamika Mahima Exports. And the first prize goes to Shivpal Singh from S. Pratik Agri Solutions. Now we also want to acknowledge the support of other startups who have participated in this particular conclave, ARIC 2025. So for that, I call upon the stage Nisha Niranjan from DN Organics. Are you there? Nisha Niranjan from DN Organics. Diksha Singh from KIFT. Sneha Pushpa from Fabrista. Aditya from Vardishta. Pawan Tovar from JP. Ankush Singh Tovar from Biotech. Abhishek Gupta from Roki. And Nishant Tyagi from Septope. Coming to the competition for our own students, starting with PhD, 3.5 plus years. In that particular category, we held the competition yesterday, B106. So in PhD category 3.5 plus year, the third prize goes to Jay Prakash Kushwaha. Second prize goes to Saurabh Raghuvanshi. Saurabh Raghuvanshi is there. The first prize goes to Madhuri Johar. Coming to the category, next category, PhD less than 3.5 years. The third position goes to Hemchand Anuragi. The second position goes to Lalita. And the first position goes to Vishwas Srivastava. Coming to MDP, third position goes to Mihir Bhatt. Second position goes to Lata. And first position goes to Ashitwa Kamble. First is Ashitwa Kamble. Coming to BTP, the third prize goes to Dasari Raj. Second prize goes together to Sahil Jaiswal and Kusuma Rushikesh. And first prize goes to Khushi Sachar and Shubham Kumar. Coming to the competition held today is the PhD postal presentation. Again, in each department, we are having two categories. They have secured the first position in BTP, Khushi Sachar and Shubham Kumar. Coming to the event held today, that is PhD poster presentation. Again, we have segregated in those two broad categories, department-wise, starting with Department of IT, under 3.5 years category, Santosh Prakash Chauhan. 3.5 plus, Nitin Kumar Johari, again from Department of IT. From Department of Computer Science, under 3.5 years, Aditi Tripathi. 3.5 plus, Jayprakash Kushwaha. Coming to Department of Electrical Engineering, under 3.5, jointly goes to Ankit Kumar and Anup Garg. 3.5 plus, Mr. Kemchand Narulagi. Ankit Kumar and Anup Garg. Then we have Mr. Kemchand Narulagi. Coming to Department of Engineering Sciences, under 3.5 years, Adarsh Srivastava. 3.5 plus year, Bandi Yadav. From Department of Management Study, under 3.5 years, Sarita S. Singh. And 3.5 plus, Manish Bharadwaj. I request the individuals to take their seats. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all the winners and participants for their excellence, creativity, and dedication. Now I invite Dr. Arun Kumar, co-coordinator of ARIC 25, to deliver the vote of thanks to express his gratitude to everyone who contributed to the success of this conclave.
Sandhya. Warm greetings. It's my privilege and proud moment to thank you all on behalf of ARIC 2025 team, the BB Preparation Warrior, for this valedictory ceremony of this fourth edition of ARIC 2025. It is my honor to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guests who have graced this particular occasion with their presence. We are privileged to have them with us. Let's give them a big round of applause for sparing their valuable time for making the fourth edition of ARIC memorable. First of all, we are grateful to the esteemed dignity of the inaugural ceremony, Honorable Chairman, BOG, Sri Deepak Yasarji. Without his initiation, encouragement, guidance, and unconditional support, it would not have been possible. His presence made the occasion to be special, and we are truly honored to his highly motivated and dedicated professional journey. Further, we express our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Chief Guest of the inaugural ceremony, Professor Manoj Singh Rao, Director IIT Jammu, for sparing his valuable time and gracing us with his mind-provoking thoughts in the inaugural function of ARIC 2025. We also express our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Guest of Honor of the inaugural ceremony, Sri Mukul Gokhale, for sparing his precious time and gracing us with his valuable presence. We also express our honor of the inaugural ceremony, Sri Mukul Gokhale, for sparing his precious time and gracing us with his valuable presence. We also express our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Guest of Honor of the inaugural ceremony, Sri Milind Shahane, for gracing us with his precious presence. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed Director, Professor S.N. Singh Sir, for sparing his precious time despite his busy schedule for both the functions, inaugural as well as the valedictory of ARIC 2025. His dynamic leadership, guidance, direction, and vision for the institute have motivated us to organize this grand event. Without his initiation, encouragement, guidance, and unconditional support, it would not have been possible. Thank you, sir. Further, I am grateful to the chief guest of the valedictory ceremony, Professor Rajiv Tripathi, Vice Chancellor Rajiv Gandhi Progressive Vishwavidyalaya. We are truly honored to your highly motivated and dedicated professional journey. Your presence made the occasion truly special. We are also grateful to the guest of honor for the valedictory ceremony, Professor Manoj Chaudhary sir, Vice Chancellor Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, for gracing the occasion. We are truly honored to your highly motivated and dedicated professional journey. We are also grateful to the organizing committee members, Professor Rajendra Sahu sir, Dr. Manoj Das sir, Dr. Veena Anand ma'am, Dr. Anurag Singh ma'am, Dr. Santosh Singh Rathore, Dr. Abhat Kishore, Dr. Kapil Khan, Dr. Deepak Devangan, for their hard work and commitment for ARIC 2025. A special mention of Dr. Vishal Vyas, Dr. Vinay Singh, Dr. Rasmi Ranjan Behra, Dr. Sandesh Jain, and Dr. Gaurav Pandey for their last-minute support for conducting different events smoothly. I also thank the Dean of Student Affairs for arranging the accommodation and food for the participants of ARIC 2025. I also thank all the deans, HODs, and faculty members of ABB Preparation Warrior. Because of your efforts and support, we have organized this conference. I also thank the eminent experts who have come all the way for academic audit, the speakers in different departments, distinguished participants for their efforts and support. We are truly honored. I am also thankful to our administrative staff, registrar, joint registrars, assistant registrars, and all the administrative staff and student volunteers, especially from MBA second year Surya Pratap Singh and MBA first year Aditya Sharma for their support throughout the conference. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Last but not the least, I would like to acknowledge and thank our MBA student team members whose hard work and commitment led to the successful conduct of this conference. Their meticulous planning, seamless facilitation, and ability to keep the event on track had truly elevated the experience for all the parties. No event is complete without the presence of young and bright minds. So from the core of my heart and on behalf of the ARIC 2025 committee, I thank all the distinguished participants from academia, industry, and R&D organizations, nationally and internationally, who have joined us for ARIC 2025. At last, apologies if I missed anyone. I thank all the people who have directly or indirectly made their contribution to make the fourth edition of ARIC 2025 a grand success. We'll see you with a great enthusiasm in the fifth edition of ARIC 2026. Once again, thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
I think one is participant is there, Pradeep Singh. Is there?
Thank you, sir. I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय।
Once again, on behalf of Triple IT Project, I would like to thank everyone for their support. With this, we conclude the valedictory ceremony. Please proceed for high tea, which is arranged in room number 007 and outside the auditorium. Thank you.